Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another video on Oracle Apex, and today I'm really excited that Oracle has introduced a long awaited feature which was related to workflows, because most of the companies or most of us, they need this feature, especially in built-in as a built-in in Oracle Apex. Yes, it is started. It might take more time to get more maturity, more features, more options. But I thought let's have some sort of orientation in order to understand these new features. Oracle introduced a new release 22.1, which is still online available at apex.oracle.com, but soon you will be able to download for your production releases, right? Okay, today we will be discussing about workflows, tasks, automations, and sample apps. If you remember, after, if I'm not wrong, version 19 or something like that, 19.1, Oracle removed the sample applications which you were able to install directly from the installation, and you have to download, then you have to import and things like that. But now again applications are there. I will show few of them. And now we have for workflows, or you can say tasks, automation. I mean, these are interlinked or interrelated things. So just imagine if you have to use some RESTful service, you have some data to be loaded from remote server, you need scheduling, right? So here you have the automation where you can schedule your PL SQL code, and then at the same time you can define tasks and for the workflows, which we will see. Let me go to the online Apex itself. This is apex.oracle.com, and the version it has recently it is upgraded to 22.1.0-16. Okay, I just have a free account you can create here at apex.oracle.com, and you can practice. Okay, since I was discussing that, I will show how to install sample applications. So if you see here, after login, you will see this screen, right? This is first, you can see first time you are using this workspace. Okay, you can create a new application. We will not create new application. We will use a sample application for this workflows, and we'll try to learn about it, what Oracle has included in that application. Okay, see, there are many applications now available just with a click to install. Starter apps, customers, opportunities, poll, team calendar, custom apps. If you have something custom apps, want to see own apps here, so you can even do that one. Okay, here there are different applications. I'm not going to discuss other applications over here. Our agenda today is to discuss this sample approval application, right? I'll just click install. It will take a couple of seconds to get it installed. You can just check here if you want to change any let's say application ID or something like that. Otherwise, install application. This is sample provided by Oracle. I haven't done anything here. It is Oracle standard sample, right? So it is installed, right? Let me show you. First, I will log in with my current login, and it is this one. Okay, excellent. This is the application. I will take you through this, how you can use it. So first is the home. If you see on the home, you need some sort of standard or required users to be created manually. We will create these users. If I think I had already created, but you can create. I will show you how to create. These 4 users need to be there. They have different roles assigned to them. So these are for the sample approval application. You can have your own, right? I will show you where these were assigned different approval roles. So you can create your own and you can work on that. If you need certain guidance or guidelines, you can come here. You can find the details here. You can go to this about the sample application as well. It has provided, they have provided different details of the tables or packages, or how you can use these variables, see application ID and task ID, things like that. Okay. This is about the sample application. See, these 3 are approvers and this is administrator. Administrator is to change the workflows, to assign someone, this sort of actions. See, they will have the approve, reject, due date. You can prioritize as well. So this is how it is. These are the roles, if you see here, to these users assigned by Oracle Apex team. So, and they have certain conditions over here as well. So only for jobs code. So if Steve can only approve for managers and only request above minimum salary, right? So Steve is a sort of higher authority, something like that. Jen is also an approver for salesman, analyst. I don't know if there is something else as well because these are dots. BO approver, yeah. Pat approver, and this Pat is admin as well. Okay. Further details are there, which you can go through. At the same time, I observed in these helps still Oracle made a couple of spelling mistakes, I would say. There was something over here, but anyway, let them review in detail further before releasing the next version. If they will ask, I will share with them. I found 1 or 2 mistakes were there. Anyway, so if you see here there is the API, Apex Approval Package API for creating, retrieving, managing, programming. Okay, I'm not going into technical part, just an overview how this application is. So if you see here, these are the employees. It is showing the employees. Here you can request for salary change or job change. Then it will go for approval. Once these are approved, that will get affected here, right? So if you see here, this is the salary and this is the job. So I will not apply at the moment. Let me go through this menu. So here I can see my approvals, which are there. Then my requests. My approval means pending with me. Someone sent to me and I need approvals. My request, which I sent for approval to someone else. This is for administration, which I believe Pat can do. No one else can do. And by the way, this page itself is designed by Apex, which you can use as a standard. You don't need to develop something. I will show you how to come to this level. So even you can find some help over here if you want. Then you will have the setup. In the setup, if you see here, other than theme selection, you can go to manage sample and you can see reset sample data. Sample data reset. That means all employees are created and approvals, everything is done. So salary change approvers, this is what I was telling you. Here these approvers are defined, right? Pat, this different conditions are there. So what I will do, I will log in with BO, okay, and then he will request and salary change, and we will log in as a Jan and we'll see. Yeah. Okay. Let me show you these users because I had created these users. You can come here and manage users. All these 4 users you need to create manually. Okay, it's very simple. You can click this create multiple users. With a comma you can put it here their email addresses. Let's say bo@erpstuff.com, comma this, and then you can say exclude domain name. So it will create the username with these usernames, right? And then you can put it here the password. I think minimum is 8 characters. Okay, that's it, and you will create next 4 users will be created. Since we already have here the 4 users, I will go to the app and sign out. Okay, BO, and I think 8 characters or digits you have to enter. Let me remember as well. Sign in BO. Now I have logged in with the BO. Let me save it. So now I will go to employee and we will do, this is clerk. Let me change something for manager, right? So this job is manager. I will change his salary from 2850 to, let's say for example 3500, right? And submit. Okay, now if I will say my approvals, there will be nothing because nothing came to me. I will see my request. So this is my request, right? Unassigned, everything is there. Due 6 from now, within 6 days. Approval administration I can't do because I'm not Pat. So let me log in as Jan. I kept same password for all these 4 users, so this is simple for me. Okay, let me check my approvals. Excellent. So I got this approval, salary change for black from this to this, salary change initiated by BO due. See, this is standard, and you don't need to create this page. This will be there by default. I will show in a while, but let me see how it will look like. Okay, this is the chart. It is showing the graph sort of, and percentage change and priority, like that. And here you will be able to see the history, yeah, actions taken by different users. So what I am going to do, I will come here, I will click approve and approval done, right? Pending approvals, if there is any, it will show here. Approval administration, that's it. Now let's see for the employee Blake. Wow, his salary got updated because I was the final approver as Jane. So once I approved, it got updated, right? Okay, now let me show you Pat role over here because he's admin as well. I just want to show, then we'll go inside the application definition, and okay. My approval will be nothing over there. Implies, if you see here, black updated with 3500. Approval administration, if there is any. See, this got completed, right? Okay, let's see here if I want to show you. Here you can see the history, right? Okay. Ideally, I should have created one more, which was not completed. Then you can see. But anyway, you can try. I think it's quite straightforward. My approval is not there. Nothing is there. Okay. Now, how this application is there? What kind of settings need to be done, and where need to be done? Okay. So I will go to my builder application and shared components. Okay, now if you see here, there is workflow and automations. In workflow and automation, now you have task definitions and automations. Automation is sort of scheduling, right? Scheduling means if you want to execute certain code at certain time or interval, just like DBMS scheduler, which you can do in database scheduling, right? It is the same. Let me quickly go through the automation, then we'll go to the tasks. Okay, let's try one. Maybe let's say, for example, order booking. So if you want to send an email at 11 p.m. on daily basis, all orders booked to the customers. I'm just giving an example. On the hour daily at midnight, I can put it like this. It need a query, or it will be always, it's not on demand, it's scheduled. On demand you will have to run manually. Okay, I will go to the next. Here you have the table, you have the query, so you have to select over here, right? Okay, let me say the SQL. So if I'll say I'm just giving you an example, sys date from dual. So if this query will return rows, execute action, then only this will work. So if your orders table will return any rows, then this this automation will execute. So otherwise you can say no rows. If no rows return, then you can do something, if there is no data found in this with this query SQL, then you can perform some action. But anyway, I'm just for the demo, I'm just doing this. Then you have to click create, and now here the details are there. So this is the name, I put it over there. Then here I have the schedule. So if you see here, this is same scheduling, right? Like you can do in the database. Okay, by default it is disabled. You will have to mark it active, and then it is query based, right? Okay, here there are actions. So when this will execute, what should be the action? So I will edit it, and you can select what you want. You want to send an email, you will select an email, you will enter this information, and at that certain time you can use variables. You see here there are variables over there. So you can use your order numbers or whatever, customer name, customer code from your SQL which is there, which you entered earlier on the first page. Execute SQL, here you can put your SQL, it will be executed at that time. So now your scheduling is available in the front end. You don't need to go into the SQL Plus or database. It is on the front end. Okay, so this is how you can define your automations. Now let me show you the workflows part or task part. See, by default it is disabled, but okay, we don't want to execute it. Okay, now we have tasks definitions. Good. So since we have installed sample application of the approvals, here if you can say job change, salary change, let me click the just salary change. If you see here the subject, here we have these variables over here, which we can use in the subject. Okay, salary change task. Here you can define the priority. So in the approvals it will set the priority as well. It will go top or where it will be. So medium is, if there is no high or urgent, so medium will be at the same level, right? Okay, so here there are due on intervals. You can go through this one. So let's say for example in 1 hour, see this got changed. So here you can find, right, tomorrow 1 day, next week 7 days, right? And this is the URL which will be included in your if you are sending email or whatever it is there. Okay, then you have SQL query. So action SQL query, right? So here you can find sorry, who is going to take the actions, right? See, app task PK. this one. I will show you how these are getting defined, these tables, etc. Okay, here you have the participants. In the participant you have two, potential owner and business administrator, right? Oracle Apex team, they provided these packages. If you see here, let me edit. See here. So these packages are there which you can further update as per your requirements, or you can create your own. There are parameters. Salary change is the task. If you see here the salary change, this one, static ID, right? And then you have Apex task PK. This is the ID of the task, job, new salary. This is, you can further explore inside these packages. There is a second package to get the administrator, right? So this is how it is. So here you can define your participants, right? Okay. Now next is the parameters used, new salary, because if you remember we entered new salary. So this will be required if you have only one, or you can add more, up to you, right? Here you can add more as well, the parameters, right? Okay, actions. Now if you go to the action, it says, let me edit it. Okay, execute code and on event. There are different events. If you see here, when someone will try to claim, if it is not assigned to someone, let's say for example you have tickets coming inside your system, and you have team of, let's say, 5 people, and someone is free, okay, he can claim, he can take it, okay, I want to do that one, something like that. There is a delegate, update command, update his priority, release, cancel, create. So these events are built in, given by Oracle. Further you can click on this question mark to take some help on any field. Right? Okay, salary change approved. Once it is approved, what will be the success message? And this is the PL SQL, or commands will be executed. What it is doing, it is assigning the new salary to the salary, you see here, to the task ID, and then insert, and it is inserting in the history table, which it will show under your task. Okay, error message, then you can have the examples of your PL SQL. Yeah, good enough. If you want to log an warning, you can have this Apex automation log warn. I don't think there's any other used over here. Okay, you can take this Apex _ automation package. Okay, it has other functions as well. So this is here. There is samples. Stop execution on error. If there is any error, yes, it should stop. If there is any condition you want to add it over here, very simple, right? Okay, now let me show you this package. If you now, even if you see here, this automation, Apex automation package is really a good one. I think I added over there. Normally I am updating such things on our portal under Oracle Apex. So automation package, see here, under this automation package you have these functions available. So even you can enable, execute, this, they are different, right? And here a few examples are also given. Okay, you can add filter, you can, start any, disable or enable this automation. Okay, for this let me show you a package. Let me go here. Okay, so this is from here you can do this one. You can define your tasks. So you are automating your tasks, right? Or you can creating your workflows for approvals. And just to quickly show you, just a moment, let me go inside here. let's say for example my request, let's say this page, let me edit it. I wanted to show you something. Let's say this is the page. If you see here, all these settings will be automatically done. And if you see here in this, not on this page, I think it is on the, okay, here. Let's say I am just trying to apply this small page. This is page 4, let's say. So I wanted to show you the processes. See here, process from request salary change submit task. So if you see here, once you will submit task, this process you can use. It is there by default called human task create, and there are human task manage. If you have worked on flows for Apex, it is more or less close to that. So you can try. Here you will pass different maybe parameters or settings, sequence settings, task ID, this, that, this is, so here it is, they are passing employee number, okay, this is the sequence, etc. Then the close tasks, that's it. So second, let me show you something over here. When you want to create, let's say for example you want to create this approval page, you will click on create page. So now this is bit, I will say advanced or something like that. Go down a little bit. If you see here unified task list, so if I will click this, it is asking, let's say for example my tasks. Here you have the context. Context is my task, or you want to see administrative task options are initiated by me. Initiated by me will be, let me show you over here. Let me cancel. My approvals, right? My request will be initiated by me because I initiated. These are my requests sent to someone. Let's say for example, I want this clerk salary to be increased as well. Let's try 3,000. Wish I can give him 30,000, but it's okay, more than enough. So my requests. This is my request, right? So when I will click this initiated by me, this page will be there. Without doing anything, automatically all these settings will be there, right? So next is, let's say for admin tasks are approval administration here, right? Which normally, see here, unassigned. So the administrator can do settings over here, delegate or prioritize. So he can even select the priority, yeah, high, low, medium, whatever. Good. And then my tasks, right? Admin task initiated by me. Let me try this initiated by me. See, I will not do anything. I did nothing, no code, nothing. And now I will be running this page, right? See, my task. Here there is a search on the top, and sort by is also there. Excellent. So all my tasks which I submitted for approvals will be listed over here. Okay, now I wanted to show something technical side. So let's go to this browser part, because sometimes technical people are interested on this side. So these are the tables which are created by this approval app. So, and when you will reset that data, you can reset this as well. See, these are the approvals roles for these users, which you can have your own, up to you. Departments, leave it. This is the employee, right? Employee data is there. And then this is the salary history, right? When it is getting updated and things like that. Okay, now let me show you a few packages. I think there are two packages, right? One is demo approvals. This is for approvals. So if you see here, which I was showing you, get approver for, admin for, and has open approvers. So these are different functions which are available here, which you can further explore by clicking on the body, right? There are SQL, and you can create your own logic, get participants for role. See here, for this task ID, this, then it is checking this table, you know. So this is how you can write your own code. You can take this code or you can create your own, and then you can assign over there, right? So these are different functions. User has open approvals. I think there is a one for URL as well. Yeah, details task URL. You can pass certain parameters over here and you will get a URL. See, this will give you an URL, right? Okay, this is part of the package, and then you have demo app data, which you can reset from the front end. If you see here, it will do like this. First it will delete and it will reinsert the data. That's it, nothing else. So let's say, for example, you did some practice and now you want to do something. Let's say, for example, let me go to setting, manage and reset. That's it, practice and reset. Now if I will say my employees are back to my original data, that's it. This is nothing, I mean, technical over here. Okay, now I think the video got long, because since it was my topic which I was really requesting a lot of times to Oracle team, especially Oracle Apex and different places, that you should provide built-in workflows, and they were always promising, but Alhamdulillah, they started working. Still they have to use to show a graphical interface as well. I mean, let's say, for example, like workflows, where it is there, I mean, as a graph, or sorry, GUI. If you work on flows for Apex, you can see the, I mean, workflow itself, right, with the conditions, with the gates, things like that. But yes, something is better than nothing. At least Oracle started on this workflows. Maybe in next version they will provide us the workflows as well. I mean, GUI, where we can see the current status, or we can define there the workflows. But up to this is how it is. You can try, you can share your feedback as well. I think these were the 3 topics I wanted to share. So now if you see here, let me go to the app builder, and you can click create. So starter app is there. The good thing is now apps are back. You can try other applications as well. I'm not going into detail. Might be in next video I will try to cover these applications in a bit detailed manner. So that's it. I think we have covered, we have discussed this approval part, workflows. This is the application. You can try, you can customize, you can work on that. Right. Please keep visiting us for more videos and share your feedback. Thank you very much, and Allah Hafiz.